granted, truly have the ability to make an impact on those that are less fortunate. You know, somebody was just asking when you were walking, why Africa? You know, and we've talked about this many times, but what's going on in Africa, for one, is impacting our generation more than any other issue. You're talking about HIV/AIDS, you're talking about extreme poverty. It all goes together to create a cycle that's unstoppable, or seemingly unstoppable. And it's young people like us. It's young parents, it's young people that are going into the workforce, and a whole group of people that, if we were living in those communities, we would be the ones they were walking for. And the thing that we left with, that we were so struck by, was the fact that the needs that were there come down to simple things that we can actually provide, one-to-one. You guys, besides people that are not humanitarians, that haven't made their fortunes and can suddenly give back out of the goodness of their heart. The people that are working and going to school and trying to live each day here, today, that you guys actually already have the tools to make a completely a tragic situation into something that is completely turned around. A pair of shoes really does change a child's life. Access to clean water it completely changes their life. A young mother that needs HIV medication to make sure she's not going to transmit that disease to her child. You know, imagine being a young mother who is trying to eat, let alone get the 30-cent drug that she needs to take for 1 month to not pass on a deadly virus to her child. Can you imagine what that's like to wake up knowing that you're going to give your child a death sentence? You know, and they get 3 or 4 years in most cases without treatment, and kids can't hold up to the intensity of that virus. And so you have to wake up going, well, what can I do as a young mother? You guys are walking to provide those simple needs. That 30-cent drug, that every mile that you guys are walking, you can say, maybe I'm going to put my $1 today towards buying enough drugs to provide for that 1 month of access. Maybe you guys want to go on and say, I want to buy the whole month for one mother, because that's going to mean a life, a real person is not going to be born with a disease, and they're going to have a chance. And you guys, this isn't about feeling weighed down by the fact that there's people that are suffering in the world, because there's always going to be challenges. But what we're so inspired by is the fact that you guys are here, and that we're here talking about this stuff, and that we're using whatever it is we have. In some cases it's really small, in some cases we don't feel like we have much, but you know what? You guys have your bare feet, you guys have your ability to show up, and the ability to come together and say, at least I'm going to start. This is not an awareness walk where we hope that all these people can feel guilty as we walk and we look around the shoulder and be like, do you see what I was doing? Yeah. This is about you guys doing it. This is about the walkers, the people that are actually here, realizing your power to do something. And we think that's amazing, and it's a huge deal to us to see so many of you guys walking with us today. Make some noise for the walk here. So I think what we're going to try to do is finish this 1 mile, and I want to just say one other thing about the barefoot side of things. Part of the reason why we did the barefoot mile is because with all of the talking and saying, let's take action, the idea of taking your shoes off is a simple act of humility, and a simple act of truly understanding what it's like to be in a situation of those that we're helping, and I would like to say we're not just helping those, but we're actually partnering with them, because their ability to change their situation is something that will benefit all of us. And as a generation of people that is not defined by just their borders, but we're defined by our passion and defined by the causes that we are passionate about. And you see that when we do a walk around the world, and literally people are walking around the world. You know, people are have organized walks through the walk site in Tokyo, in Sydney, in Latin America, in different countries throughout Latin America. We've seen people walking in Seattle, in Chicago, on their own, without these 3 kooks. You guys doing it yourself. And we're not defined by where we come from. We're defined by the things that we believe in. And that's what you're doing when you're walking, is you're saying, you know what? I happen to be from Detroit, I grew up here, but this is what I'm passionate about, and I'm taking my shoes off. So for those of you that have taken your shoes off, I want to say a special thanks to you guys for putting yourself out today. And And to those of you that didn't, thank you for being here as well, of course. But it's just to try and say that the simple things are hard. They're just hard because it's not flashy, you know. And you don't get to say to all your friends, "Well, I did this really awesome thing. I climbed this mountain. You know, I just took my shoes off to fight poverty in Africa." What? You got a fungus on your foot? So thank you for taking action, regardless of whether it's cool or flashy. You guys are badass, and we really appreciate Sherwood and Hello Goodbye team being with us, you guys. And thank you guys for being on this walk with us. You guys want to finish this mile today? Okay, we're going to finish this mile. Everybody say, "I took the walk!"
I took the walk!
Let's do it.
Let's take that one.
Shade, a little hot in the hot spots of the sun.
Good job, Michelle.
My legs look really elongated. You're so lame. Are we gonna sorry. You told your mom all those stories and stuff, and she's probably gonna like call my mom, who's gonna call grandma.
Grandma, I don't know if Grandma would mind care too much. So, what do you guys think of the walk?
It was good.
And who do we meet?
Isaac and two guys from Hello Goodbye, I think.
Okay.
And Zach and Taylor.